Tell us something about the major drive events that happen in India, the new concourse movement that has just happened in the last 10 years. Tell us something about that.
Thanks, Diana. Great to be here. Look, I think there's been a sea change, right, over the last, say, 7 to 10 years. It probably started with the Mercedes-Benz Classic Car Rally in Bombay in 2014, if I remember correctly. That was the first year. And I remember it distinctly because one of my cars was driven in from Pune to Bombay the night before the event, and we just about managed to make it here. And that's the crux of it. I think from a stage where it was just about making it to the event, and we just about finished a reasonably decent restoration on it, to I think now where cars like that, frankly, nobody looks at.
Right.
At events in Bombay, and then now there are a number of them. I think the level that people aspire to in terms of how their cars have to look, how their cars have to drive, have transformed. Today, a car like mine was in 2014 wouldn't attract a second glance. Today, it's the cars that have gone in for a complete overhaul. Parts, everything used has been taken out. Most parts have been replaced with new original parts. Those are the ones that people will really look at. And to be fair, my perspective is slightly different, right? For me, a restoration is not just about a vehicle looking good, getting put on a flatbed, being brought to the event, unloaded at the event, and then loaded back on at the end of the event. Every single one of my cars today, if you tell me tomorrow morning have to be driven from Bombay to Delhi, they're perfectly capable of doing that. And that's, to my mind, how cars, especially in the young timer category, have to be kept and have to be used. I've done long drives in all my cars, and frankly, till a car isn't capable of doing that, apart from having to look good, the car isn't ready in my view.
Right. I suppose that is the charm of it.
It is, and these cars were meant to be driven, right?
Correct.
And they're still fairly comfortable, especially the cars between, say, well, from the late 70s to the late 90s, are cars that enjoy being driven on our highways.
Right.
They're not cars that you'd use typically in the city on a daily basis necessarily, but long drives, they're absolutely fabulous.
Correct. And that keeps the enthusiasm alive.
Absolutely.
Perseus, what's your take on it?
So I agree with what Ravi says. Of course, there's been a sea of change. So what we've seen is that, like Ravi rightly pointed out, we've seen a great change in the concours events that happen in the country, or even just the regular classic car meet. We've seen the level of restoration has changed leaps and bounds. About 10 years ago, it was all about a good paint job, and then it didn't matter whether you use alternative parts or non-original parts as long as the car was running. Now you see everyone, the collectors as well as the restorers, they're all going for original parts, original spec, and at certain high level concours, we even go to the extent of making sure that the nuts and bolts on the car are absolutely period correct. And the way I look at it, there are two ways of doing it. There's a sympathetic restoration method, and then there's an all out restoration method. But personally, what I would like to focus on cars is, and what I'm seeing happening in India is that we see a lot of history of cars. I mean, in Europe you would see that each car has changed multiple owners, but here you have a lot of cars which are still with their first owner family, or they've recently exchanged hands and they were owned by a very prominent family. And I think the history of cars in India is what makes them even more special. Of course, Mercedes-Benz has a great history with aristocrat families and well-known families, business houses. So of course, it makes Mercedes-Benz cars even more collectible and even more desirable to bring to a concours event.
All of that sounded really exciting. Thank you, Ravi. Thank you, Perseus. I'd like to know what goes into the restoration here at Shaman, and Amar can tell us something about that.
It certainly before an event is your extremely busy season, as you would say. I think I learned a new word today, a sympathetic restoration. So there are various types. I mean, there are those people who just want to get the car they love back onto the road, and which I would maybe borrow that word, saying that would undergo a sympathetic restoration. And there are those who want the car to go to their full extent, which would include the nuts and bolts that would have to be specially imported and are period correct. You would also have the original manuals, you would have the original toolkit, and all those things would be a part of the full blown restoration. So here I think we are willing to do whatever the owner wants. If he is more comfortable building the car up in bits, a certain section right now, a certain something later on, body work at one time, mechanical later, upholstery later. So that's how we can schedule the repair too, and gradually over a period of time build a car which is then fully complete. Or if someone wants to go the whole hog and do the car up fully before a particular event coming up or things like that, we are more than happy to do that too. So I think what we've realized is the standard of the competitions in India, the exhibitions in India are going up a lot too. You've got a lot of international participation, judges coming from across the world, showcasing of world class builds which have been made in India. So not only is the level, because the competition level increasing, but also the level of restoration increasing. So I think it's going hand in hand. Cars from India are winning accolades abroad. I think that is a great sign of recognition for the great job the restorers across the country are doing. And I am happy that even Shaman now is at least a part of that list, and someday I think we will be the place where a Mercedes-Benz has to come to get restored.
So I think we are perfectly clear that Shaman is your first one-stop shop to everything Mercedes-Benz restoration. So Ravi, would you take us through the process of how you get a car completely up to spec before a drive?
Sure thing. So I think, look, there are two perspectives to it. One is work towards an event on the calendar. So if you're working towards a particular rally or drive, if you want to put the car through a full restoration, budget enough time. Things are always going to take longer than you initially expected, but it's also important to keep time for things you may not have planned to do originally. Perseus was talking about the nuts and bolts, right, on a car. I remember when I got my 124 restored at Shaman, we ordered every body clip, the clip that goes under every plastic piece of cladding, from Germany. So they took a couple of weeks to come in, but those are just things that you need to buffer. Those are things you may or may not be particular about because there are local options available. Plan for those. Get the car absolutely up to spec in terms of, again, I keep coming back to it, not just the cosmetic bit, but to the point where the car is ready to drive wherever. And my 124's done a drive very peacefully from Bombay to Belgaum and back. My SEC's done a drive from Bombay to Aurangabad and back.
Wow.
And the point is the cars are ready to drive at any point in time, right? The last couple of weeks before an event, put the car through an entire run of checks in terms of mechanicals, in terms of electricals. I mean, the polish on the last day is something everyone does, right? So the previous night, that morning of the event, you'll have cleaned up the car, polished it again, all of those. I've had my SEC's AC blower motor burn up on the way to an event, right? It's
Crazy.
just stuff I'd been neglecting.
Right.
It had been squeaking, and it literally started smoking while I was on my way to the event. Strangely enough, I had a spare in the boot and we could swap it out during the event itself. But you're not always going to be that lucky. So the last couple of weeks are critical, and it's strange, right? Every workshop that you go to, you come to Shaman 2 weeks before the MB Classic Car Rally, and there are classic cars lined up for their last minute checks, making sure everything's working, everything's up to spec, like you said. But that's the fun part. The fun part in the ownership of a car is to actually enjoy the process of going through the pains of making sure everything's up to spec. And then once it is, it's almost like sitting back and relaxing because you know your car's pretty much there all the time. It's just the finer points that you'll touch upon just immediately before an event.
I see.
Yeah.
It's the involvement in your process that makes it so.
It is. People wonder what the joy is in driving older cars that, well, according to people, give you trouble. But that's the joy of the ownership.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's no point, popping the hood on a car, looking at it because it's, been made in the last couple of years and having no idea what to touch or look at.
Absolutely right.
The older cars, the joy of the ownership is also in the fact that you can be much more hands-on in how they run, how they're maintained, etc.
Thank you so much, Ravi.
Pleasure.
I am absolutely enthralled after spending the day over here at Shaman Service Center, and I am so sure, I'm convinced that I want to own one of these fantastic cars. Thank you, Mr. Solanki, for having me here, and your wonderful team. All the best to them, and you must be so proud of everybody working here.